All right, I'm back, guys. Busy day. Packing up, moving up a lot of stuff. We'll run through a quick analysis for tonight. So please watch this. It's been a real tough 2 days of trading. Basically, London has been starting the huge retracement. So whatever London does, it carries over through the first couple hours in New York. So that's something to pay attention to. So whatever London does, it carries through New York. And I've been seeing that for the past Monday, even this morning when I woke up. So what happened yesterday when London hit Monday early morning was that the pound and euro and then was all going uptrending against the dollar. And even the pound and euro was still uptrending against the dollar all the way through New York sessions. And then vice versa, Tuesday morning for London sessions, the pound and euro fell back. And this morning I'm talking about today. So today, the dollar went up again. Instead of going back down to 89, the dollar went right back up to 90 again. So we have a mid-range price of 89 to 90 for the dollar index. And gold is still downtrending. Overall, gold is downtrending. And if we were to go look at the dollar index, you can see a price range from 90 and 89.6 and 90, almost 90.5. It's just been ranging from here, 89. I'll just say 89.5 and 90.5 at the highest, but it hasn't hit 90.5 yet. So overall, it is just a 10 pip difference and really not a whole lot to go off. Now what we see right now that the dollar is dropping back. So I would suggest selling the dollar, but come London, the dollar's going to try and retrace itself. And the dollar's going to try and retrace itself throughout the whole New York sessions before the Fed speaks. And my anticipation is to sell the dollar. I don't have any classes going on anymore. I am on spring break, but I had to run through a lot of midterms for today. So, and plus I'm packing a lot of stuff to get out earlier. Before Friday, but I will be zooming for the Fed announcement in the afternoon tomorrow, and like I said, as soon as I wake up, I'm still packing, I'm moving, and I probably won't be done moving until I don't know, maybe Sunday at the latest. So, but I will be shooting a Zoom webinar for those that want to be live and see the analysis of how I look at the Fed announcements. There will be whipsaws. There will be more than two spikes. I expect three, four spikes on the first interest rate decision, and plus Powell is speaking right away. Half an hour after that. I'll jump into this after my analysis. So, like I said, you would sell the dollar tonight, and then the dollar's going to try and retrace itself there in London. So I expect the dollar to go down and hit the middle band here on the 1 hour at 90.2. Now, if it breaks this, then it's going to be a strong sell back to 89. That tells me I would buy the dollar for tomorrow if it's a strong sell tonight for the dollar. I expect the dollar to retrace itself during London sessions. Euro's coming right back up. The pound by far is the strongest currency pair of the week, following Canada. The weakest pairs right now is New Zealand, and then following right behind that would be they're saying it's the Japanese yen, but to me, if the New Zealand drops a lot, then Australia follows right back down. Most importantly is to pay attention to trading economics because you want to know where it's going, okay? especially these top 5 pairs here. USD Swiss franc, USD CAD, and US dollar. Oh no, that's not US dollar. This is US dollar right here. Okay. Notice that US dollar is still sitting at 90.3. So I don't expect a whole lot of retracement for the dollar tonight. I do expect the dollar to regain itself sometime tonight or probably during London, and it's going to try and keep going, push forward, and keep going. And then right before the Fed announces their press conference, it's going to be a hard sell. That's just the way I'm seeing it tonight. Okay, if anything changes, I mean, I'll let everybody know. Let's see here. So don't get fooled by this retracement here. It's just a small retracement. The real retracement will be like the reversal will be London sessions. So there won't be any signals for tonight. And like I said, just because it's retracing, the dollar's retracing back right now doesn't mean it's going to be a strong sell for the next session. The dollar is probably going to bounce off the middle band. It probably, like I said, it's going to probably bounce off the moving average here at 90.2 and then bounce right back and try and hit 90.5 or at least strike 90.6 before tumbling back down. Now, if you were to look at the highest price of the month, okay, very important to pay attention to is the highest price of the month here. So go to the daily. Highest price, so if you look at March, this is March here. If we were to go up, this is overbought here on the daily, right? Highest price was this wick here, this candle. This is March 1st. March 1st was Thursday. And March 2nd was Friday. But that was not non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll was March 9th. So everything is not correlated the way it was last month. What we see is a pretty strong price range on a daily here. Something that I have not really looked into the dollar. I was just following price too much. But if we were to backtrack and we just outline here and here, 89 and 90.5. I mean, it's been zoning and ranging at this price since February. So there's not a whole lot to bounce off right now. I mean, I wasn't trying to get myself too confused on looking at this, but this is something to backtrack. If we were to look at February and up until now, we can see how strong the resistance is here, because you can see the candle structure here and here and here for the dollar. I expect a strong sell for the dollar tomorrow. Okay, it hasn't made that decision to break above past 91 and even try and shoot for 92. But we're in a really strong consolidation phase right now, and the most important thing for tomorrow is, guess what? The most important thing is the Fed tomorrow in the afternoon. I expect a lot of retracements tonight. I expect a reversal for London, especially for the euro and the pound. And this is something that I would not expect a long-term swing. Like I said, to do a weekly swing like this is pretty tough to bounce off of. It has to be a good weekly trend to follow all the way through from Sunday to Friday. And this is something to pay attention to right now, how tight this price range is. The bands are pretty narrow here on the daily, setting that 90 point, the daily band sitting right at 90.7 or 90.6, whatever it was at. And the lower band has it set at 89.5. And not a whole lot of movement for the dollar right now for the past since February. Okay. And bouncing off of 89 quite a bit here and 89.5 and been touching resistance quite a bit already. But I would rather sell than buy. What else? Like I said, pay attention to the 1 hour chart as much as possible. Like I said, the dollar's just gonna come right down here and just bounce right off of 90.2 here and come right back up and try and hit. Remember, the highest price that it hit was it 90.84? Yeah. The highest price that it hit was right here, March. And if we were to go, right, we were to draw, this is still March here. It's on the 1 hour chart. March 5th, March 7th, March 12th. Okay, so this was probably March 2nd here. 90.8. I expect to create a double top just like this. Create another double top here, and then boom, shoot itself right back down for the Fed announcements. That was the highest price of the month. Something to look forward to, pay attention to when we move into the next month here. If we go, let me do it at 4 hours so we make it easier. Okay. Look at March here. Overbought, resistance created at 90.84, and we can see how strong this range is from 89 point. I mean, yes, this is the lowest at 88.4. We can't count that right now. But with the lowest price I'd be looking at would be the 89.5 and the 90.8. 89.5, 8, and 89.8. So, I mean, 90.8. So pretty crucial to pay attention to here. Don't expect to make a whole lot of money tonight. You're going to get yourself caught with all these retracements. You're better off scalping. If you want to scalp, just bounce off the 15-minute chart. If you don't want to bounce off the 15-minute chart and you want to go a little bit longer, bounce off the 30-minute chart. But we can see here, I'm going to the 30-minute chart here. Even on the 30-minute chart, look at the pound here on a 30-minute chart. Look how narrow this is on the 30-minute chart. Look how tight these prices are. 140, almost 141, and 139.8, and almost 141. So I would not suggest, like I said, try to do any sort of long-term trades tonight. Just by looking at the 30-minute chart, I mean, you can see how tight these prices are for tonight. I'm trying to see what New Zealand's still following the downtrend, so you can't go wrong selling New Zealand. I know Euro dropped quite a bit with New Zealand this morning, but Euro is going to try and regain itself back to hit the middle band here at 120 at 123 here on the 4 hour. But as soon as London hits, like I said, I expect the dollar to try to regain itself, and all the way through New York before the Fed announces tomorrow. And I will be streaming that for you guys on Zoom, not live on YouTube. So the pound is still really bullish on the 4 hour and the daily. You can see how strong it is on the daily here because the middle band has made that cross. Okay. Same thing with the weekly chart. Look how bullish that the pound is. So there's no way I would sell the pound. The pound, by far, like I said, is the strongest currency of the week. Let me check the news here. Yeah, I would sell the pound for the news here instead of buying it. Because like I said, I expect the dollar to regain itself during London, and then all the way through before 1 o'clock. I will zoom before one. I don't care about the existing home sales. What I care about is the Fed Powell speech. They are going to spike it up for the interest rate decision because it's already priced in. They already plan on raising the interest rate already. And then the most important thing is Powell's speech, the economic projections, and the press conference with the monetary policy statement. Those four key items. His speech is going to be probably going to be half and half, good and bad. The most important thing is the press conference at 1:30. So it's 30 minutes after it's 30 minutes after the Powell speech, monetary, interest rate, and economic projections. Those get released right away. Okay. And then after Powell gets done speaking, then the Fed all gets together and they have a little press conference and they have to talk about what they plan on doing for the economy. So something to pay, that is the next biggest thing to pay attention to. Right after that, I'll be paying attention to the Reserve Bank of New Zealand interest rate decision and the rate statement. Okay. Also with the unemployment and employment for Australia. Just because we're going to sell US dollar doesn't mean that New Zealand and Australia is going to be a buy for their high impact news. It can go the other way. So don't get fooled just because we're selling the dollar. It doesn't mean that Australia and New Zealand is going to go up for their own news. So you got this is back to back high impact news. You have not traded back to back high impact news from three countries. This is something to look at the way I look at it. I won't be zooming for New Zealand or Australia, but I will zoom for the Fed, for the US Fed. So pretty tight price range tonight. Like I said, don't expect too much money, a lot of money unless you're doing standard lots tonight. And just because the dollar's dropping doesn't mean the dollar's going to drop all the way tonight. I expect the dollar to regain itself. The only way I would expect selling the dollar is if we look at the 1 hour and this starts breaking 90.2 back to 90 and then back to 89.8. Then by that time, it's a strong sell. But by the time it breaks 90, it's already a strong sell. Okay? So I would pay very, very close attention to the dollar index tonight. I would not try and trade any yen pairs tonight. I would not try and trade any, even gold tonight. Gold's going to try and retrace itself right now and then end up dropping back. Okay? And like I said, you're better off looking at the 15-minute and the 30-minute charts tonight. And you're better off scalping for small profits. Take your small profits and do not mess around trying to do a long-term swing on the 4 hour or the 1 hour. You're going to get yourself caught. So just a fair warning for you guys. Other than that, I am going to do a crypto video analysis. And then other than that, get ready for the Fed announcements tomorrow.